This is Still Figuring Tech Out.
Okay, so we're back to Still Figuring Tech Out, season two of the clock. And so much has happened. So much has happened. And before we get into anything, if you're new here, if you are, you've been waiting for season two, welcome. Welcome back. This is Still Figuring Tech Out. And as always, we are still the three techies trying to navigate tech, trying to, learn more, be better at what we do, and yeah, sharing our struggles basically for anyone new here. Yeah, this is what we do. There's no manual, no guru energy, just three of us as we go. So it's been actually some few months, and I would like to just hear from everyone. Josiah Chinaza, how have you been? What has been happening?
Hi guys. So it's Chinaza of Still Figuring Tech Out. So the last few months it's been a lot for me. Trying to handle both career and life at the same time and striking a balance. So I'm currently studying for an exam, for a certification exam.
And wait, let me pause you there. Chinaza got into science. Did not see that one.
Okay,
I
okay.
think you did this as well.
Did I?
No, 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 she didn't.
Okay, so yeah, news guys. So I was one of the Palace scholars from SANS Technology Institute, the only Nigerian out of 13 from 154 countries. Yeah, and it feels so surreal
6,000
because
applicants.
6,000 applicants.
Mine
Yeah.
was 4,000, so 6,000.
And I think when I saw it, I couldn't shout. I called joy first because I was like, I got in. So yes, that's part of what my life is all about now. I'm trying to get back into the academic space. I'm reading for exams, trying to improve on my career because we know that tech as a career path is ever evolving and you have to continuously learn. So that's one part of my life. I started a new role
Yay!
and I'm still trying to get a hang of things, a hang of processes and the likes. Personal life. Let's leave that conversation for for another time. But
Like,
that's all about me over the last few months. In summary, yeah.
I feel like before Josiah says anything, let me just say mine.
Yeah.
So let's just say I've been tired. I've been so tired. Like at work, when June started, I wanted June to end. Immediately June started. I just completed my GCI. Yeah, it was chaotic. There was a whole new things to learn, new things to identify, new gaps, and which I have taken measures or I'm taking measures into filling up. I also wrote a paper.
Wow, that's nice.
I wrote a paper on ICS in
What's
terms of
ICS?
industrial control systems, in terms of CTI, cyber threat intelligence in Nigeria. So hopefully my paper gets accepted. Then yeah, I think that's what I did, which took like a lot of my time because preparing for SAMS on its own takes a whole lot. I mean, China's now that it's
Yeah.
in with me can actually understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've been trying to rest a lot basically, and yeah, completed GSOC. We completed GSOC. So
Nice.
our core two we are done, and I think we even had accounts for people that got jobs, right?
Oh wow.
People.
Nice.
Yeah, so at least we're doing something right. Yeah, that's what I've been up to basically.
Jizok is for ladies, Abby.
Yeah.
Like now I cannot
No,
apply
you can
because
identify as one.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's really nice. That's nice, you guys. Like sometimes I think I always forget the fact that I'm doing this podcast is like founders and industry
Don't
machines.
play. We don't play.
But yeah, so the past few months has been. I feel like I would say it has been interesting for me because I think I started to do a lot of new stuff, right? So for context, because typically, like, I'm known as like the JRC guy on the podcast, right? But I've started to, like, sort of like deep dive into like AI safety and things like that. And so I recently, somewhat recently, joined like a fellowship. So it's like, so MIT has this like MIT AI alignment, right? It's like a branch for like from MIT, and like they have this AI safety fellowship as well. So I got accepted into that, working
Mm.
working on that.
I mean, we have a lot of things that we're actually doing.
Yeah, I'm also working on like a collab, kind of like a AI safety project, right? It's kind of like more on like with using Africa as like the context as well. So I'm working on that with someone. I'm also trying to do like a personal, kind of like a, I don't want to say it's going to go into like a research paper, but and I think I'm even going to need you guys' help. But the point of that is just how, like language models are used, like for triaging like security, like incidents and things like that. So, but anyway, that's kind of like the high level summary of what I've been on. So for me, it's just like trying new stuff and getting into new things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like all of us have been up to something and we've had like some major achievements, and that's like really, really nice. Okay, so here we are. We are in season two, and yeah, the title or the theme for this season is Off the Clock, and we'll be getting to why we called it that soon, basically. But first, let's reminisce. Let's talk about. Let's have a recap. Let's talk about season one. Let's acknowledge what we've done from starting. Actually, I mean, when we started, I couldn't edit an audio at all, right? It took a whole lot for China to actually learn.
Wow, guys. Wow. Just wow. My dirty linens in
Ah,
public.
yeah, and yeah, in season one, we basically just talked about, navigating cybersecurity, the whole AI is coming to take your job. I think we have had an introductory episode for that. We had assets, everything. We had like how can we get more experiences without
Yeah.
actually having a job.
Hmm.
And yeah, the 12 episodes actually, I think they were solid for like a starter for season one, right? What was like my own favorite episode for season one was actually Women in Tech.
But did that episode go like? Did we post the episode?
Where we did.
Oh, really? I thought we had issues with the. I thought we had issues with the episode.
Nah.
How would we have issues with men in tech? I don't understand. Please,
Oh,
so you
okay.
So
decided.
what was your own episode?
I mean, okay, you know why I'm saying that? Because I think the process of recording women in tech, because I think the process of recording women in tech was like my favorite episode, because I think
Yeah.
like it showed a side of what we're talking about that is not very like, not a lot of people talk about, right? And I felt like it was such a heartfelt episode in my opinion, like getting to even as like the guy on the podcast, right? Even getting to learn certain things from like the female perspective in like the space itself, right? So I found that like kind of interesting. Yeah, I think women in tech, yeah, women in tech would,
Mm.
would, would most likely be like my favorite.
So I'm going to deviate a bit and not say women in tech, although it was a favorite. But for me, it would be episode two, where we talked about career pressures and adults' pressures in life,
Mm.
where I almost cried and I got emotional and all. So that episode gave us, the hosts, an avenue to actually speak about something aside our careers. And it also gave you, the listeners, insight as to, yeah, these guys are struggling as much as we are struggling. They are not perfect, but they're just getting by every day. So yeah, that was my favorite episode.
Okay. Yeah, like I said earlier, I think we covered like a whole lot of ground, honestly, because we talked about getting started, job hunt,
Yeah.
salary, imposter syndrome. I mean, LinkedIn reality,
Mm.
right? So then the whole salary episode,
Yeah.
and the whole will I ever get it right? I mean,
Does cybersecurity actually
those
pay?
are personal episode, honestly. Okay, so I believe what season one I was actually saying was okay, this is who we are, this is where we are coming from. Yeah, and if you found it relatable, you're actually in the right place. We're not trying to be fake or trying to do any gibberish. We were just having honest conversations, right? Now, what to expect from our season two basically is just like the name says, off the clock. I mean, it captures the vibe of what we're currently doing now. Like after work conversations, basically. That's like the easiest definition of why we named it off the clock. So what's changing from season one and what we're bringing to season two basically is who we are, how we did it, how did we get here, and in season two, we're going deeper. We're having technical. We're going to have more technical conversations, but we're still the same people, bringing the same energy, having the same conversations, bands here and there. And here, we're actually going to like break things down in the simplest way that we actually can. Things that we're actually curious about. We're coming here to discuss about it, and yeah, we're not coming in a textbook way. Basically, we're coming in a way that says, okay, this is what we are researching about and we just want to explain it to you. Basically, we decided on this technical stuff because of we felt like, okay, we are done with basically the introduction of introducing this our podcast, and now we want to give a little dive on the technical aspect of cybersecurity. Chinaza Josiah, what can you say we're to expect from our season two technically?
Uh, so season two, I would say, is more like season one was fun. It was a bit surface, right? So there were certain topics that we could definitely still speak more about, right? But I mean, that was season one. But season two, it's more like, we're bringing up a topic, we're talking more around, like, what from a technical standpoint as well. I mean, the fun part would still be there, the high level, explanations and conversations would still be there, but just more technical from our perspective. So if you're someone that is looking to learn as well, right, you could also listen to that and feel like, okay, you're learning like a thing or two. If you're someone that, and I believe the way it's going to be, it's not going to be very technical that someone that is not, familiar with things cannot be able to catch up,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I mean, the whole point is that we're still figuring it out, and we understand that there are people that are still very much early in their careers that would still be listening, but also something that could be useful to the person that is advanced in their career a little bit, and also the person that is still, early in their career. So like, or someone that is even still new to the field. So it's like striking the balance in that kind of aspect. So yeah, that's like my expectation from next season. So
I mean, it's like we're just like the middle ground for
yeah.
not too basic and not too
Not too
technical,
technical, yes,
basically.
exactly. And aside that, I think we're going to be diving into emerging trends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be doing a deep technical dive, not just the surface level of ChatGPT and Gemini and the likes. We're going to be going in depth. We're going to be tying this down to real life scenarios and use cases. We're also going to be speaking about some real life cyber attacks and how it occurred, and if you're a cybersecurity professional, how you can protect yourself and your organization from things like that. So I expect this season, sorry, thank you, Josiah, to be very technical. It should connect with everybody, the fun people, the technical people. Like, so long as you're in tech, something from this season should actually speak to you. So that's what we're expecting from season two.
Yeah, we're basically bringing topics that we are curious about, and trying to dissect it in a way that we as well can understand it, because there is a whole lot emerging
Mm,
every single day,
yeah.
from
Yeah,
AI to
exactly.
what
I was
to
going to say that.
expect. I know that's your topic. From AIs to different fields emerging in cybersecurity, and I hate this. There's engineering now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
then from the whole attacker's perspective, tools used that's used now, like it's just so a lot, and we are coming from a learning perspective because we're actually going to do a whole lot of research and understanding before we start coming to
Mhm.
make these conversations. Yeah, so I mean, this is like a good place to start. This season is more technical, more wider scope, same honesty, and yeah, same chaos basically. And yeah, that's basically all we
Don't
have to
worry,
expect.
guys. We're going to be fun. We're going to be so fun this season because I feel like since we've spoken so much about the technical side of things, you might feel like you'll not hear Chinaza's laugh. I assure you,
Mm.
you're going to hear me laugh. We just want to go deep into these things because we want to make it as enriching as possible to whoever is listening and whoever needs some level of tips in their career as it is. Yeah.
And then I think one thing I need to also mention is this season we would really like to get to know the people that are listening more, right? So
Yeah,
if you're listening, like, would want to engage with you more, would put out like what's like dilemma forms,
we
right?
already
Or
have
even we
that.
already have like dilemma forms out, and would have like, we'll try to make it a bit more engaging, right? So at least we kind of know our audience, know the kind of people that are listening to us, would know how to even tailor what we're doing to also even maybe even fit that audience a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah,
as
yeah.
well. So yeah, so please, if you're listening, follow on Instagram. Feel free to, maybe even if you don't feel the form, you can even DM on Instagram, like, or something, right? You can do that. Just share your thoughts on what you've listened to so far this season and even the previous seasons as well, right?
Yeah. So we're calling it a wrap. Obviously, we are still figuring tech out, and this is our very first episode for season 2. We see you on the next episode, and please do not forget to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and also rate our podcast as well. Also, like Zaya said, we have a dilemma form that you can fill any question at all that you have. You can actually just put it there, say something, and we'll get to it. Actually, just one click away. So, bye for now. See you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Bye.